Hi friends! Today we're going to talk about 5 uncommon/rare Pothos varieties. And these are the type of plants that you're not going to find in your local plant shop or in a big box store. These are the type of plants you may only find online at a higher price. And that's because some of these new varieties are cultivars that are being introduced to the market just last year or even this year, and some of them, honestly, we are not even sure if they are being commercialized at all. And some of them are just this such rare unicorn that we are not sure if this is a new variety in the market, if only some people are discovering it there right now, or even if it is a new variety at all. So stay with us and we are going to explain everything. The first plant is this beautiful plant that we have here. We just got this plant last week from a shop here in Toronto called the Crazy Plant Shop, and this was the last plant they had. We just had to run over there because they were being sold out really quickly. This plant was created in 2016 by a grower in Japan named Hiroaki Asaoka. He patented this plant in 2021. That's why it's so hard to find, because it's a really recent new cultivar. And more than that, after he patented the plant, one of the biggest commercial greenhouses in the United States called Coastal Farms bought the exclusive propagation rights to this plant, meaning Coastal Farms are the only greenhouse allowed to grow and propagate a plant like this one. So that means that we only have one source of propagation for this plant. So that's why it's so hard to find this plant, because we are limited to Coastal Farms inventory, basically. But I saw people getting this plant from Walmart in the States. So if you live near a Walmart, just go check it out, so maybe you're lucky. The way it looks is it has this solid blocks of variegation of 2 shades of green. So in the center is kind of a yellowish green, and around it there is a more olive type of green. The leaves are also smaller, as I can see, and a little bit rounder, and it looks a little bit more compact than the other plants, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, it's a beautiful plant and we're really happy to have it in our Pothos family. So the second plant, we actually have to go online to see it because we're not able to buy it, is the green Genie Pothos. So I was trying to find a picture of a green Genie to show you guys, and the problem is the patent documents usually come with a picture of the plant, but the picture is almost always black and white. And I don't know why they do that, because it's a plant. We need to see what shade of green it is. But I was able to use Google Lens to search for this picture online, and I actually found the color version of this plant. And so this is what the green Genie looks like. It's basically a jade pothos, a solid green, but it's a more compacted version. It looks like the leaves are smaller, the internodes are shorter, the distance between one leaf and the other is basically a smaller jade pothos that is really compact. And it's kind of cute. Remember when we talked about the University of Florida in some previous videos? They have a research group working on new Pothos varieties, and they were the ones who created the frozen jade. So the same program that created the frozen jade also created the green Genie. It was created by the same process through gamma ray radiation in already existing plants. And I couldn't find this plant being sold anywhere. I haven't seen it in any online shop or any physical shop. I haven't heard from anyone who bought a green Genie. So if you have seen this plant around in your area, let me know in the comments, because we are not even sure if this plant is actually being commercialized. The third plant is the Harlequin Pothos. And you may have seen this plant around on Instagram because it's a beautiful, super variegated plant that is very Instagrammable. A lot of people are really trying to find this plant. I did a lot of research trying to find the origin of this plant. I couldn't find a patent document. I couldn't find any source saying where this plant came from. There's a lot of debate online. Some people say this might be the rarest type of pothos there is. And another people are saying that that's actually a super variegated mandula. And so you would have a similar situation that we had, for instance, with the Marble Queen and the Snow Queen, in which the Snow Queen is basically a super variegated Marble Queen that is being commercialized under the Snow Queen name. But we are not sure yet. I'm still searching. So far, I haven't found the origin. Haven't seen anywhere. Actually, I saw some shops on Etsy selling Harlequin Pothos, but I warn you to be very careful with those shops, because those shops that are not commercial greenhouses, that are not established plant shops, they may get a normal mandula and cut a more variegated part of it and put in a pot and sell it to you at a higher price just because they can. And if you're buying online, you are not actually seeing the plant, you don't know what's going on. So be very careful. If you're after Harlequin Pothos, just wait a little bit until this mystery gets solved. And if I find anything else about it, I will post on my Instagram, so be sure to follow me there as well. And there you go. It's beautiful. I'd love to have one. Maybe my mandula will get variegated like that. Let's see. So the third plant, no, actually the fourth plant, is the Baltic Blue Pothos. And this is a beautiful variety that is also being commercialized by Costa Farms. So basically, Costa Farm has a video explaining everything about this plant because it's a very new variety that is hitting the market right now. Basically, they found this plant in a commercial greenhouse in Southeast Asia. So they traveled to Asia, they found this plant, they just popped in a greenhouse, found this plant, brought it back to the States, and they started to mass propagate it, and it took a while. But basically, this is a darker version of the Cebu Blue. If you know, the Cebu Blue is a very unique type of pothos. It's not that the plant is blue, but the green has more tones of blue in it compared to, for instance, the Global Green that has some green with a lot of yellow in it. So the Baltic Blue is a darker version of the Cebu Blue. The leaves are also bigger, and what's very attractive is that the leaves develop fenestration way sooner. So basically, almost all pothos varieties can develop fenestration if they are really mature. In super ideal conditions, they can grow really big and create fenestrations, kind of like a monstera, like split leaves. And apparently, the Baltic Blue Pothos can create those fenestrations earlier, making it possible for you to have inside your house a fenestrated pothos, a split pothos, if you may. So this is another plant that is gonna be one of those eat plants out there. I saw people again finding these plants in Walmart in the States, and I'm really envy of that because Costa Farms sells to a bunch of retailers, including Walmart and IKEA. So depending on your location, they can just ship a bunch of these plants to the store near you. And the fifth one is the Jessenia. The Jessenia is another complicated plant for me, and a lot of people out there struggle to find the difference between a Jessenia and a normal Marble Queen. It looks like the Jessenia has brighter variegation, is like more variegated than the Marble Queen, and the variegation is in a brighter shade of green. And this plant again is commercialized by Costa Farms, and they claim that they discovered this natural occurring variegation in one of their sets of Marble Queen. And they say that it's very easy to distinguish between the two, but it's kind of hard in my opinion. But anyways, this plant is not patent. There's another variety that is out there that people are not really sure if that's really a new variety or if the greenhouses are just pushing it to be a new product out there. So it might be, it might not be. Anyway, it's a cool looking plant. That's all the new pothos that I have for today. We're gonna have more videos with rare pothos, but in the meantime, if you like this video, you can watch our playlist that we created with all the pothos videos we're doing right now. So thank you for watching, and I see you soon. Bye!